I'll tell you what time it is. It's time for Billy Porter.
You look incredible. You look
Thank you so much.
He's a star on the stage. He's an icon of the red carpet. He's a star in the studio. Award-winning actor Billy Porter's daring Oscars outfit a while back was hailed as a kind of a game changer for the way that men dress.
Now Billy's heading to the dance floor with his 5th album, Black Mona Lisa. And Billy's here now, of course. And, well, welcome to the sofa.
Thank you. Good morning.
No dress today.
No dress today.
No, but full-on
Nice
purple.
trouser suit.
What is the story that you want this album to tell? Because you're very open about your life. You were very open in your memoir.
Yeah, you know, this album has been 30 years in the making. My first mainstream R&B album came out 27 years ago, 1997 on A&M Records. The industry was very homophobic at the time, violently so in a lot of ways. And so there wasn't really a place for me then. Blessedly, you know, the multi-hyphenate nature of my life has allowed for me to build other things and build out my career in other ways. And now all this time later, you know, I'm back in the mainstream market. I have another chance, you know.
You're fascinating about that initial breakthrough for you in '97 with your first album. You describe yourself as having to live in a world of smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Basically deny your sexuality completely because of the homophobia.
Yeah, they wanted me to deny it. And that's just not possible. That wasn't anything I was ever interested in being. You know,
But you kind of thought at the time, well, these guys must know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, initially, yes.
Initially, yeah.
You know, these people have had success. They know what they're doing. I should probably listen. And after a while, you know, you learn nobody knows who you are better than you. And authenticity is the key. Particularly as an artist, you know, it's necessary for me to lay myself and my truth bare.
It's funny, I was
to the world.
I was friends with the late George Michael, and he put it in almost exactly the same way. Because of course when he launched with Wham, he had to be completely screened. His sexuality had to be completely hidden. And he went through exactly the same process as you did. And oh, the relief when he finally realised
and I've also. You know, I'm 54 years old. I had a lot of time to watch the people whose shoulders on which I stand. People like George Michael, people like Luther Vandross, people like, you know, Rosie O'Donnell, Ellen DeGeneres, you know, Elton John, the ones who came before me, who were required because of the time to sort of mute their truth or hide their truth or whatever. You know, we're in a different time. And the change has happened. A change has already happened, and it's up to us to continue to make sure that the progress keeps moving forward.
Yeah. Look, there's a big debate in this country about conversion therapy, and that you had therapy when you were tiny.
Yes, it wasn't conversion therapy.
No, but it was therapy. You were 5 years old.
Yeah, you know.
What was that? But that therapy was a misguided attempt to address your authenticity. What's a 5-year-old child, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in a very religious household, and you know, I was a big old sissy. And they didn't have any other language. They didn't know. They were just trying to do what they thought was best for me. My jewelry's falling off.
So you mean they looked at you as a 5-year-old and made a judgment about your sexuality?
Yeah, I mean, the same way everybody's doing stuff now. It's not much different now. You know, the conversion therapy space is not much different now. But I stand in this intersection of representation in a way that has never existed before.
Do you think if you hadn't had to, as we used the expression earlier, live in this world of smoke and mirrors until you finally were able to come out, do you think you'd be as flamboyant, beautifully flamboyant as you are now? Do you think this is a reaction to those years of having to hide who you really were?
No, I wasn't hiding. I was already flamboyant, which was the problem.
That was the problem, right.
The problem was I was already flamboyant. I was already larger than life. I've always been this. There's never been anything different than what you see before you.
There is one award left for you to win to get the famed EGOTs.
Yes.
Because you've won Emmys and Grammys and Tony.
2 Tonys.
Yes,
Two Tonys. Yes.
The Oscar, you could get a nomination for Best Song.
Yes.
For the film you've just done with Luke Evans, who was in fact sitting in that seat.
He was.
Just a few days ago.
Yes.
Tell us about that film.
Yeah, the film is called Our Son, and it's a divorced child custody drama. Luke and I are husbands, and we have an 8-year-old, and it's a beautiful movie about relationships and the evolution of them. You know, people are in your life for a reason, a season, and or a lifetime. And, you know, this movie speaks to that. Forgiveness. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Well, good luck with that.
It's a beautiful movie.
And before we let you go,
Yes, please.
you were on the red carpet in a tuxedo dress. A lot of people think, well, you're a natural option for James Bond. And you know, once it's mentioned, it never gets unmentioned.
How about it?
Would you love to do it?
I would love to do it. That is not, I did not mention that.
We did.
Well, we
Y'all
have.
did.
Yeah.
Let me just say they did. I would be a fabulous
You'd be a fabulous
Bond. James Bond.
There we go. Oh, Billy Porter, great
to meet
to
you.
see
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
so
having me.
much. No, thank you
I
for
appreciate
being
it.
here.